Most of us think compulsively all the time. That is to say, we talk to ourselves. If I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say. If I think all the time, that is to say, if I talk to myself all the time, I don't have anything to think about except thoughts. And therefore, I'm living entirely in the world of symbols. Therefore, if you meditate for an ulterior motive, that is to say, to improve your mind, to improve your character, to be more efficient in life, you've got your eye on the future and you are not meditating. Well, meditation, when correctly done, has nothing to do with all that. It's a kind of digging the present. It's a kind of grooving with the eternal now. The place where it's at is simply here and now. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums. It's all just sound. And if I am talking to you right now and you're doing this, don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand anything. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, thoughts, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, just as you would be listening to the sound of my voice, or just as you would be listening to cars going by or to birds chattering outside the window. So look at your own thoughts as just noises. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together. They are a happening. Your thoughts are a happening, just like the sounds going on outside. And everything is simply a happening, and all you're doing is watching it. It's all just sound. The place where it's at is simply here and now.
Alrighty, what's up guys? Welcome back. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It's about 11 a.m. Eastern time right now, so Uptober, it looks like it's finally gonna happen. You know, the one, what's up Johnny? The one, what was I saying? The one, it's the same. Okay, we got interesting, same profile. You guys are just Bonacci, Wonderbar. Yeah. Okay, MJ, sorry. Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna finally break upward here. That's what it looks like happening. I saw Crypto Face was on. I was trying to wait for him to kind of finish to go live, but he's been on for a long time, so I'm just gonna go live. And yeah, you know, $10 million trade. Those are big numbers that he's been doing. You know, so he's been killing it, which is great. You know, now we're looking at, you know, coming up to potentially this point. So now we're at, you know, 60. We're finally doing something. You know, just happy that it's, you know, doing something. I think that's the, you know, most important, you know, thing to realize here. Just to do something. That's ultimately what we want to, you know, get out of this something to break upward. So yeah, ultimately that's what we're looking at right now. And what's up, Burton Stone? Always appreciate you guys. The market's wild. I mean, it's not too wild. We're coming up a bit. Yeah, we are breaking upward. I do have a new long position in on an altcoin. I'm not going to tell you what it is, just yet, but I have a new position on altcoin that I think is going to do really well. Some really good long setups in the Discord. I think you would generally want to be long. I mean, ETH is doing exceptionally well right now. This is where it's finally starting to look like we're going to, break upward here. We're going to kind of come upward. We're going to, do what we've been trying to do here. That's the important thing to realize. We're going to try to finally break upward here. I probably sound a little bit repetitive, Trigger wave forming on the 2 weeks, so that's really good. I know a lot of you guys, I told a lot of you guys already, a lot of you guys probably already know if you are on Fairdesk or JumpX, you do need to withdraw by, I believe it's November 20th or November 30th. Withdraw, I would withdraw probably as soon as possible. These exchanges are going to be shutting down, stopping trading October 18th. So, I mean, it's kind of an unfortunate thing. I don't expect there to be any liquidity issues at all. But if you, keep your money on there for too long, and forget about it, this is the first time I've dealt with an exchange that's openly kind of just, the investors don't like regulation and all that. So coming down. So I think I think the one to probably move over to, the best bet to move over to is going to be BloFin. For non-KYC, that's BloFin. We got this promo, 10% cash back on whatever you deposit, up to 2K, futures bonus, stops October 24th. So check that out if you guys are interested. And yeah. And Bybit's great as well if you guys are comfortable with KYC. Long exchange, been around a long time, good liquidity. So check that out. I wouldn't expect there to be much, maybe some consolidation at this fire line, but I think based on the daily, based on the 2-day trigger wave, we should be able to break upward. You do have a pretty high target if you can, continue forward. If you can continue forward here, 3K is what we may be looking at next. 3K is the big, big thing here. Yeah, high twos, 3-1, that kind of situation there. So that's what we're kind of looking for. So yeah, and ultimately, yeah, 2,900, 3,000. That's going to be big, and I think Bitcoin 70K is going to be big. Like I mentioned in the title of this live stream. And then this is some big stuff that we're finally seeing. Some big stuff. Finally seeing, the bull div right there. So, yeah. Ultimately, and then money flow coming up on the 2 weeks. That looks great. So, I think if I had to guess, I mean, I could be wrong. Anything could happen as always, guys. But I think that the 2 week, you're going to get the bull div here. I think you're going to get the bull div, and you're going to probably bottom out against Bitcoin as it looks like. So I think that's probably the place. In the 4-year cycle, I think we're here. That's what I'm kind of looking at. I think we're here. I could be wrong, but I think we're here. If we do come down lower, I mean, I don't imagine it would be that catastrophic. I mean, I guess you could drop down another 20% or so, 0.03, but I mean, that's deep money flow right there. You're going to get that bull div relatively soon on the 3 week, so it's pretty good. So yeah. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. money flow. So treasuries, I think, are going to start to come down a bit. I mean, obviously, they can come down while the market kind of continues to go up. This has jumped up a hell of a lot, and you're about to hit that. That's a big area right there for at least the 30-year. That weekly, I think, will bring us down. We'll probably hear more, what's the word I'm looking for? Non-hawkish, dovish news from Powell. 25 basis point cut, which should help us bring that down as well, which will in turn, in the macro here kind of help this bull run, more liquidity kind of coming into the system. Triple Q coming up, approaching all-time highs. I think you should get there. Could be this week. Could be within the next 7 days. Data's looked pretty good, as a lot of things have. Trigger wave forming on the 2-day, probably 2 week as well, yeah. So that kind of coincides pretty well, which could bring these markets, upward. So yeah. And then, the fun ones, ApeCoin. I think you're nothing. Oh yeah, monthly green dot for the first time ever. Maybe that'll give us what we need. I think you got a good shot of getting back up to $1, potentially farther. What's up, Alex? So Crypto, appreciate you, man. Good morning, man. Always appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're doing well, man. So yeah. And ultimately, I want to see here. So if we look at that, and then, the 1 hour, let's look at the reverse head and shoulder in the 1 hour. Kinda, yeah, breaking upward. So that high right there is going to be obviously a place of potential resistance as you approach this Sparlin 67.6. I would expect some consolidation, then hopefully, jumping up a bit more from that area. That's what I would kind of, guess and expect here. So yeah. Chain link here. Trying to think. Yeah, Chainlink's a good one too. I know a lot of you guys like Chainlink. I like it too. Definitely looks a little bit weaker than some other things, such as like Avalanche right now, but I still think it's going to do pretty well. Probably hopefully get up to high 12s again. And then Solana, let's take a look. So breaking up from this point, I mean, you got a technical target like all the way at 172. So yeah, you could break upward. You could come upward. Nice W pattern, jump up to those low to mid 170s. That could be pretty big there. So yeah. Cardano, everybody's favorite coin. Definitely a little bit lackluster as of late. Bled a little bit more against Bitcoin. Not as strong as some other things right now, but I do think you got a decent shot of continuing forward here, hopefully. Trigger wave forming on the 2-day like everything else. Cardano versus Bitcoin right now. Let's take a look, see here. So yeah, still bleeding a little bit. That's a bull div on that. That monthly, I think, would give us a bottom against Bitcoin. Hopefully, by the time I confirm, 17 days. You could break down a little bit lower in that amount of time. For some of the ones that have really been bleeders, it wouldn't surprise me. You know what I mean? It would not surprise me. So yeah. So that's Cardano. And then we have, we look at Uniswap. That's done pretty well. Maybe making a rally up to $12 or something. I mean, we'll see. Definitely doesn't look bad at the moment. It definitely was such like a cat and mouse game with your egg and chicken game. I don't know what I'm talking about, but in terms of like the betting odds for like breaking up and breaking down, now it's much higher in the breaking up range. Definitely did dodge another bullet, as we have really been since the bottom in November 22. So yeah, dodged a lot of bearish bullets. So yeah, and then we have, let's see here. So I mean, yeah, some of the ones that, the big fan following ones that kind of bled a little bit lately. Yeah, you have, for example, Caspa. Um, maybe a hidden bull Dave forming or something. I could see this jumping up a little bit. About Tron. Just want to look at Tron a little bit here. So, yeah, still approaching these areas. I think you would generally continue forward here. Hopefully 18 cents could be next in the books. That's what I would kind of hope for next. So, yeah. Bear div kind of forming. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think that's anything to be worried about just yet, though. Some people have asked me about SUI. Yeah, I've talked about it. I do think that inevitably you're going to make it up to that $3 range, and then, potential places we could top out at. I mean, let's just mark some of these out. Would be useful to see while we're in price discovery mode. For this, which is really come back from, that nightmare we had. I mean, I think a lot of people lost hope down 77%, then it came all the way back, $3 or $4. So, yeah, you got a lot of potential here. I mean, it could even go higher than 760, but I would probably start to get the hell out around 760, but we'll see. And then SEI, which is similar or whatever. That's still trying to make its way back, and I think it probably will double and get up to that dollar mark eventually here. Here's about Ordi. Some of you guys into ordinals. It's showing some strength, trying to hold that level, so that's pretty good. I don't know, this is probably not the best representation of it, but I feel like Mutant API Club has been a little bit stronger than that. Let's look at, I just want to see what's going on in terms of news right now. So S&P 500 record highs, Trump Harris, that's always going to be talked about until the election and then after. And then Florida, I guess it wasn't the worst possible situation for Florida, but still obviously very bad. So yeah, but they'll get through it. So yeah, and then that's Florida. Okay, yeah. Just wanted to look at floor price for Mutant Apes real quick. Okay, so still pretty low, but trying something, same thing. But I think that as we get into more rate cuts, as more things start to happen here, election, all that, there could be more stuff coming up. I would keep an eye on Trump digital trading cards too as the election comes closer. I know a lot of you guys think that Trump has it in the bag, and I do too. I still think it's probably going to be close, but as of right now, it does look like Trump's going to have a pretty nice victory. I mean, national poll is head-to-head here, but I think Paris is definitely going to win popular vote because that's just, how it's been. I think these, by 2 points, 2 to 3 points, similar to the Hillary situation in 2016 is what we'll probably see. In all likelihood, we would probably see a Trump victory that's similar to that, if not maybe a little bit better than that or a little bit worse. I'm just saying every possibility, but yeah, I mean, I would think it would be more similar to the Hillary, victory in 2016. Pennsylvania, I think that it's really going to come down to the Rust Belt, and those are close. I mean, it's still, he could win by just a hair here. He needs one of those Rust Belt states. He could win it by just a hair. I think Nevada is going to be really close too, potentially. Trump +6 there in Nevada. This may be finally where he gets Nevada. Polls are all over the damn place. Wow. I think Georgia and North Carolina are easily. Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona are easily in the bag. I mean, if you can't win those three, then you're not winning the election. For Trump, at least. So yeah. And then, let's see here. So I want to look at Matic. Matic's probably a good one to look at right now. So a little depressing there, but getting that jump, which is a really good area, and I've had some good trades with this, over the past few months, this year. Definitely a lot of good trades this year. So something like this probably would have a pretty good shot of working out. I mean, you could probably ride this up a lot, you know what I mean? Something like that, 2-to-1 like that. I'm gonna take a mental note of that. Actually, I want to. I'll give you guys a little freebie here. Not too many people tuning in. Really. Kind of, even if you guys are interested in Discord, link is down below if you want 1 free month in the Discord. If you sign up to either Bybit or BloFin, deposit at least $100 and open a support ticket in the Discord under the support ticket area. Where is it? Support ticket. Why am I? Here we go. I just saw it. I saw some support ticket area with your UID. We'll get you sorted. You could also pay in crypto. Info is there as well. For Discord, a lot of really good trades, and I think that we're gonna have a lot of good ones coming up, especially a lot of really good trade setups in there. I give it, stop loss, entry point, all that, and take profit. Like I mentioned, Theta showing a little bit more strength. The other one, I mean, obviously the Atom. A lot of things in the Atom chain have been abysmal as of late. Persistence hitting a pretty big area here, so we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. That's one of those like micro ones that could potentially do something. The other one was Osmo, and that's steadily kind of increasing here. Wanted to look at, let's just look at XPRT versus Atom. So that's steadily tried to do better against Atom here over like the last year or so. We'll see. I mean, you got a 2-week bear div. It could roll over easily, but we'll see. Well, not really a true bear div, but yeah. It's XRP, XPRT, and then yeah, money flow is still good. Yeah, still good in Bitcoin too. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to look. I wanted to look at Matic Bitcoin. Ooh, geez, looking at this chart just makes you depressed. But those lows, so I mean, how much it probably would bounce, you know what I mean? Like that area. Why am I? Is it this one was a better one to look at? I had something drawn out here. I know they changed the damn ticker, which I don't know if was the best idea, but I don't think that's gonna make the project fail. Imagine it fails just because of that. But that area, yeah, somebody's still bleeding, so be careful. But yeah, 80 to 80 cents. I think it could double potentially. I think it, if Cardano does not hit at least 80 cents over the next year, that would be pretty depressing. Monthly right here, got the RSIs. Just trying to think there, and then yeah, money flow potentially coming down. I think we're almost there. I mean, I think maybe the next rate cut will really signal it, but I think we're almost there. XRP. I know CryptoFace was mentioning that he doesn't think it's going to do anything. I agree with him. I mean, I think it would be unlikely this does anything, even if it does do a lot. Well, I mean, I should say it would be unlikely this does anything compared to a lot of other altcoins. So if this does do a lot, I still think it's going to underperform a lot of other altcoins. It's the only one with a damn 2-week trigger wave looking bearish, but I think in the short term, you probably could get back up to 60 cents potentially. So yeah. What else do I want to look at? few other... Is Tesla okay, so Tesla dropped with the RoboCab and all that, but by the dip, maybe. It has a lot of volatility, this damn stock, but definitely not the most conclusive chart, but I would say it could be a decent bet to buy the drop. Yeah, you're still 18% drop. Yeah, imagine trying to trade the 15-minute on XRP. Well, it's probably better to trade the 15-second on XRP. I think it moves so slowly generally. But yeah, and then maybe after this red dot here, bull div continuing forward or something. So yeah, that's what we have to work with. Maybe a trigger wave forming in chain link on the monthly, maybe. Yeah. With that VWAP, yeah. That will be a good signal to start the second half of this bull run, I think. And I think things are going to get more excited. I think like last year, I mean, November and December, I think will be exciting months into next year. I think next year is going to be exciting too. So that's going to be a big thing there. So yeah. So that was Chainlink. Let's look at, I want to just look at CoinGecko. So NFT floor prices, we kind of looked at that already, but yeah, I mean Bored Ape, all that, yeah. Doge is a top 10 crypto still. Despite everything that's happened, this still remains a top 10 crypto, which is nuts. And then Tron's up there. Ton I want to take a look at. Actually, it's hard to like get this up sometimes. But trying to recover, yeah, from that point. So we might be able to pull that off. We also wanted to look at, yeah, Sui top 20. I mean, they fluctuate. It's like a dot. Definitely want to look at dot. Been a lackluster one, to say the least. Getting a jump off of that area, which is big. That's what we want to see. Dot versus Bitcoin is depressing. But hey, can't go down forever. Monthly bull day of forming, just like Cardano. Gala, let's see. Yeah, I think I like the 2 week. I think this may be able to break upward to 3 cents or whatever. I think we looked at Uniswap. Aptos I don't really care about. Fetch we can look at. I would think you would generally continue your ascent upward. It's a little different than a lot of other things, but it looks good in the 2 day. I think you could get, approach back to $3 eventually, probably. I think that could be a pretty good buy right now. ICP we can definitely look at. It's a weird one, a lot of consolidation. I think you would kind of continue to make higher lows, most likely. It does look like you want to continue forward here, probably. Looked at Caspa. Polygon definitely, I feel like, is a good deal, a good bet at these price levels, but we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a stellar. Immutable X, it's an Alex Becker coin. Let's take a look-see. Trying to make higher lows. I think you should. I think you'll eventually break back up to 250 or so. Just can't be buying crypto for a couple of years. Okay. Yeah, we could look at HBAR. HBAR, I was thinking about that one. That would an all go. Wanted to look at. Looks pretty good, bouncing off at this point. So I think it's a good bet to try to long up to 6 cents potentially. Looks pretty good in that daily, 2-day as well. Arrow. Yeah, it's a new one. Looks like the SUI chart. I think you can potentially make a run and back up to, yeah, all-time highs here. $2 maybe. I wanted to look at Algorand, Italian crypto. Weird one. Yellow X right there. Yeah, I mean, I think he could continue forward. The yellow X is a little concerning, but yeah, we'll see what happens. What's up, Jed? Hey, Aave, or okay, that's an exchange token. Aave, let's look at Aave. So yeah, that was a long position. Hit that first point. If we can break above here, 288 double could be possible. Trying to jump up a little bit higher, $9. Yeah, Rune could do well. A lot of stuff could jump here. Trying to get that green Heikin-Ashi on the 2-week there. I think you might be able to jump up to 560. That'll be the next target. That monthly looks good too. Nice bubble pop pattern, been consulting a while. It reminds me of the PayPal chart. I'm curious about how that's doing. That I think could continue. Price some consolidation here and then making its way up to 100. That's been undervalued for a while now. What's up, Accurate Components? You've been a long time follower. Appreciate you, man. Let's see here. I mean, some of these I don't even. I want to look at CRO. Crypto.com. So another one that's slightly lackluster. But trying to jump up a little bit. Hopefully we get that jump up to like 12 cents eventually here. VeChain, I definitely want to look at. Yeah, some of these it's like just like don't care about it, but trigger waveform in the monthly. I think VeChain, if we can jump above 2 cents, we can jump above that, make our way up to 5 cents. That's what we got. Appreciate you, James. What's going on? Let's see. Well, I think I'm skipping over some good ones. I want to look at OP. I haven't looked at that in a while. I'll look at Render too. OP looks good. I think you could make your way up to 220. Then hopefully more. Render hopefully 730. So yeah. And then Cosmos, Phantom, the graph. Yeah, let's look at the graph. Just it doesn't even sound like it's just the graph. It's like, I've been investing in the graph for 20 years. Why isn't it going up? Well, you're not really investing in crypto. You're just investing in the graph. What graph? The graph. Who's on first? What's on second? No, I said who's on first. What? Didn't I just look at Render? Did I skip Render? Graph looks good. I think you break up higher. Didn't I just look at Render? Yeah, just look. Yeah, I think you can get up a little bit more here. Yeah. 7 something. It'd be funny if Bonk is... That had to jump up. Still below all-time high, though. I feel like that's kind of, you know, not where... Not what it used to be, but we'll see. Pepe, hopefully could jump up here. Maybe even make a new all-time high. I don't know. Maybe. I feel like for memes right now, maybe Popcat. I mean, those are the hardest ones, but maybe Popcat. I mean, it's hit that point that I wanted it to hit, you know. Hit that one. I was looking at this as $1, so maybe next is $2. Appreciate you, MG. AXL. Isn't that a name of of a hotel in Vegas? A Luxor? No, I think it's actually Luxor. Similar. I mean, it's hitting a decent area right here. I don't think this would stop us too much. I think you can get up to 116 potentially. Come on. Load. I did render. Yeah. I think it'll go up like everything else a bit. Yeah, this looks okay. It looks decent. I looked at ICP, but for you, I'll look at it again. Accurate Components Corporation. So I think we could hopefully hold these areas and break upward to 960 next. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I'd like to see this get back up to 14 something, which I think it will. I mean, that would be pretty anticlimactic if that's the end of this bull run for ICP. So yeah, I think the monthly trigger could hopefully bring us up higher. I mean, maybe $70 eventually. So yeah. Let's see, TIA, we looked at Theta. TIA has not been as popular lately. That could be a little hidden gem here if we do break upward from this situation, get to $9. OM, and nobody's asked me to look at that in a while. Python, I definitely want to look at. That's another new one with some potential, or it had potential a few months ago. I don't know what the cool kids are saying about it now, but yeah, and potentially break upward. It looks like it could break up to maybe 50 something or more. Maker's an old one, guys. Maker's when was this first listed on Coinbase here? 17. Yeah, that's like boomer situation here. It's the only thing that's dropping right now. Yeah, that's I don't know. That weekly doesn't look good. Yeah, I don't own this crap, but yeah, just not relevant anymore. Brett is a meme coin. We could look at Brett. I gotta look if I was stopped out in the ton, swing short. Things are turning around. They're definitely looking better for all coins. So yeah, it's part of the game. I might have been stopped out in that. I think I might have been. I gotta look at that. At this point, I would kind of expect to get stopped out. I'm focusing more on the bullish side. So yeah. We looked at Sui. I think it could potentially keep going. So yeah. Brett could keep going. Undo. That's another one people have been excited about. Yeah, I think you can make a rally upward to the high, close to $1 or something. So yeah. Helium, okay. This one doesn't really follow. I don't know, it doesn't look too good in that daily. This one's like all over the freaking place. I don't know. I don't know if I'd mess with this at the moment, but I think long term it could do well. QNT. UT. That was one that was kind of popular at one point. It's kind of died off now. Yeah, not much going on with. Oh, is my. Looks like we lost my mouse for a second here. Oh, my mouse is not working. There we go. Okay, we got it back. Yeah, I don't know if this whole just a boring situation here. And eventually, remember that old thing I was looking at, eventually hit that target. It took forever, but eventually hit that target. I don't know. It's kind of dying out. It doesn't look as good as it used to. My keyboard's not okay. Now we're okay. Let's see. Let's go. No, that was wormhole. Flow could. Okay, let's look at flow. I'm trying to fight back here. Massive nightmare there, but trying to recover. It could be a good gamble here. I think we'll eventually hit that target, you know, $3. I mean, that could be a big jump from where we are right now if you do get anywhere close to that. Yeah, I think you might get there. A little concerning on that 2 week though. Yeah, I don't really look at anything out of the top 100 usually. I mean, when people ask me to look at stuff out of it, I usually do, but you know. Beam, complete nightmare. Really recovered there. Now back down. Could be a good gamble. Maybe I'll do something here. I don't know too much about it really. So yeah. Let's see. Let's look at outside the what was it? The knot coin. Was that a meme? I forget what the hell that was. Knot coin. That fell off. Now that could be recovering though. Yeah, so it could be something happening there. AXL, both of those could at least do a 3x, I think. At least 200%, maybe more. Mod coin. That was the other meme cat thing. Oh yeah, there's a few outside of the top 100. Well, I mean, these ones used to be in the top 100. E-gold, something could be happening. I mean, I don't think you really want this below these area, below $21, but something could be happening here, definitely. Mog, that's a meme cat one, but it's a lower cap than yeah, all-time high, potentially jumping higher. Something could be happening. Maybe Mog. Oh yeah, I forgot how. Okay, yeah. Axie Infinity. Oh, that's an OG. OG shit token at this point. Let's see. That's another one. Yeah, trying to hold these areas. Yeah, maybe you could jump up. Tezos. That's. I don't even care about that anymore. Man, we haven't even got to Zcash. Tether Gold. Sandbox. I remember that. That was popular at one point. Trying to jump up from that level. Everything looks like it might want to do something. Mirror protocol. Oh yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with Mirror. I think I passed that, right? Yeah, that could easily jump here. Double bottom. Maybe back up to 11. Oh my god. That could really, it's risky business, but it's obviously risky business when anything this small of a market cap, but That could jump up. I don't know anything about this though. Is it a meme coin? Tell me about MG. Tell me about Mirror Protocol. Is that a legitimate thing? Or Zcash is market cap it's still 500 mil. I mean, let's look at Zcash. That had a good pattern for a long time, but just never really did much. I think that may be able to continue forward. Pancake Swap, that's another Ape coin, yeah. Pancake Swap. Pancake Swap. True, right there. Blur. That's the Giga Chat. It was like a Blur. That was one with, I remember, it's been a while since I've looked at this, but that was the NFT thing. Yeah, that could come back maybe. Waffling, okay, so Mirror doesn't sound like much is really going on, so it's kind of a gamble then. Excuse me. Yoda, that's dogs. T-Fuel. That's associated with data. Let's actually look at that. Volatility's got to be pretty nuts on this. Yeah, actually, not really. Oh, it's that new? I thought it was. No, it's older. Yeah. That point. Trying to jump up, yeah. Yeah, mirrors the government's token. It doesn't really tell me much. Any sign of recovery. Yeah. Osmosis, Kava. We looked at Osmosis. I'm just looking at the ones I know of. I mean, it's just called meme coin. That's funny. This crap I've heard of for a long time. I have no clue what the hell it is, but I've heard of. Yeah, I've looked at this before. People definitely have asked me. Could come up a bit. We're really going down the rabbit hole here. Remember when that was relevant? Oh man, that must be still down 95% at least or something. 1 inch. Yeah, nobody likes 1 inch. Because the people that have 1 inch don't even want to admit it. You know what I mean? Like holding 1 inch is like having 1 inch. It's not something that you want to talk about. You just want to sell and get out of that. Double bottom there though. Down 96. That was popular like in the beginning of 21, I think. CRV, I don't even feel like looking at that. MX token. Small cap, but that really, when you look at the charts, yeah, it generally has just come up. So, I don't know though. It's funny. The meme coin itself just has a higher market cap. Zill was an OG. Zill and Dash are just OG shit token. Just dead. Yeah, at this point, nothing going on there really. Yeah, I mean, there's good things, but it's just like all it does is bleed. You know what I mean? We're back in September 2020 era. Probably the same thing would be said about Dash. Yeah, that's just, oh my God. That's still like recently made lower lows. That's just dead. Um, Anchor, I've heard of Anchor. CMG, appreciate you. Yeah, that could jump. I mean, it's the more you look at these over time, like the more they get kind of depressing. Alluvium, okay, so I think this is different than regular Peppy, obviously. Yeah, let's look at Alluvium. Came back down to those points. Not the best thing here. Gravity. I'm just like looking at ones that I know of. Reef, anybody? Oh, here we go. This is probably doing well, right? Yeah. Let's look at MAGA. Yeah, jumping back up to the highs. You know, I mean, you're in a new token situation. I mean, the next big place could be up there. Yeah, could really jump up here. Trump NFTs as well may. After the election, you'll be able to trade them again. I think you can't trade Trump digital trading cards on OpenSea like you used to be able to. Yeah, there's no, but after election, you'll be able to trade these again. That may bring more liquidity into those. Magic Eden, you can, but that's like the only one that'll let you, and you're not even really supposed to, I think. What are we up to now? Top off floor price. I thought it was supposed to be in frickin' 0.06 ETH. So I mean, if we're talking like less than a tenth of an ETH, I mean it's less than. It's like $200 the most, I think. So nothing happening yet there, but I think if you see Matic start to increase, and obviously if Trump wins in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then you're going to see a lot happen. I think. So yeah. To that point. Hmm. 27 is going to be nice. It's going to be a good place there. So yeah, and then AVAX, I mean, a lot of these I think can, start to jump up a bit. If we look at total 3 minus Tether versus Bitcoin, which is a good one to look at. Bull div right there. Potentially jumping up. What we look at total 2. Yeah, I feel like total 3 looks better versus Bitcoin, but that monthly could be forming there in total 2. So big area. I mean, could be where we are. Maybe going a little bit lower. Yeah, that's the big thing there. But I think we're getting to that area. We're getting to that area for all alts. So yeah. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in trading, check out BloFin. You get 10% cash back, up to $2,000 futures bonus on any deposit. Ends on October 24th, only with my link. And in addition, I give you 10%. You get 10% cash back on all your fees on my link. So 10% off fees with my link. only with my links. So check that out, and I'll give you 1 free month in the Aldo Empire Discord if you deposit at least $100 in either BloFin or Bybit. An open support ticket in the support ticket area with your UID, what exchange to sign up for. You could also pay in crypto if you guys are interested. Details are in here. First link down below for the Discord. Then obviously how it works is the VIP channels are encrypted unless you are blocked, unless you have a membership. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, not too much else to really talk about at the moment, guys. I mean, I'm probably gonna get off in on about an hour. I mean, it's looking pretty good. Looking like we should be able to get up to 70K here. Big moves happen rather quickly. Been in an annoying market. Now we're finally kind of breaking upward, which is good. So, yeah. I like what I'm seeing generally. Really appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have an